guys, how's it going? It's Al. We've got 5 players that are projecting at under 5% for you to use in your DraftKings Week 4 NFL DFS tournaments. These are the 5 players that I think that you have to have exposure to this weekend if you want to give yourself the best chance at winning. Look, there are plays that are better, but they're projecting at much higher percentages, 20, 30, 40% for some of the other guys. And if you win with that player, if that player gets you like 20 fantasy points, that's not good enough. You need to find the guys that nobody else is on. And I don't mean like absolutely nobody. You don't have to play players that nobody's ever heard of before. Most of the players that we use on these videos for 5 under 5 are just either priced at awkward ranges, or they're in suboptimal matchups, or because we're such a projection-based game as a society at this point when it comes to daily fantasy, these guys just get kind of swept under the rug because they're not projecting as high on a point per dollar situation as other players. But you know what? When it comes to winning tournaments, you're not concerned with points per dollar. That's for cash games. For tournaments, you should only be concerning yourself with ceiling and the game theory that goes along with it. So let's get to it. Let's go.
He's a legend.
This is usually where I tell you guys about the Listener League, but I think the Listener League probably is full by the time this video is going to premiere on YouTube. So I'm going to talk to you about our Discord. If you are a channel member on YouTube, all you got to do, it's like right over there, the join button. Click the join button and become a channel member on YouTube. Then you can go to smizzle.tv/Discord. That is available in smizzle.tv/links. And you will get access to all of these VIP only rooms in the Smiz Gang Discord. We talk about every sport. If you want to talk about cash games, Al, let's talk about cash games. There's an entire folder in here where the entire community is talking about that. Tournament plays right here. And I hang out in the sub NFL live chat every single Sunday for the entire day, chatting with our community while we sweat and watch the games together. So make sure that you get into the Discord. And if you wanted to play Rainmakers, we have the Smiz Gang NFT HQ, which is another part of our Discord down here. Plenty of players and people talking about everything that exists in the Rainmakers game if you're interested in that. And to get that, you got to go to smizzle.tv/HQ. Also available in smizzle.tv/links. All of my links are right there. It's only 0.1 Ethereum. It gets you access to the token locked portion of our Discord where you can discuss Rainmakers with everybody else and get my market advice on top of all of it. So join the Discord today. Make sure that you become a channel member here on YouTube and or get that Smiz Gang HQ key and join us in the Rainmakers Discord. Going over to my first player on the list. He's like a charter member. He's got like a jacket and everything with a crest on it. He is a 5 under 5 like every week because Nick Chubb doesn't catch footballs. He just doesn't. They don't throw him the ball. So he's got this really low floor of like 7 or 8 points if he gets like 70 or 80 yards and no catches and no touchdowns. But he's got this really ridiculously high ceiling of 32, 35, 40 points because these long runs are well within his skill set. He's one of the best in the league at it, him and Jonathan Taylor. So if everybody else at this price range, 7,900, is going to be flocking towards guys like Saquon Barkley, Austin Eckler, CMC, possibly paying up like 900 from here to get to Jonathan Taylor, Nick Chubb's at 3% again. Why would we not take a chance on Nick Chubb when you know that he is going to, he's the flag bearer. He's the torch bearer for 5 under 5 at this point, to the point where I may have to consider retiring him from the video because it's just going to be implied that Nick Chubb is going to be in the video every week. So like, I hate to do this, but like, I think this is going to be the last time that I'm allowed to talk about Nick Chubb. Just assume that he's under 5 from now on. And if anytime he's under 5%, he's in play. Our next player is Aaron Jones. Now, I was a little shocked to see this one with the Packers being an 11-point favorite and at home against New England, with Aaron Jones being 1 or 1A on this Green Bay Packers backfield. He's going to have to score from distance. Obviously, A.J. Dillon has taken more inside the 5, inside the 10, inside the red zone touches than Aaron Jones, but it's not like it's 10-0. He's up by like 1 or 2 on each one. So there is touchdown upside here. When it comes to Aaron Jones, we saw him score 2 weeks ago against Chicago. They're probably going to run the football. These 2 running backs are going to get the ball 40 times this week between Jones and Dillon. And again, this is probably based on the fact that he's just priced awkwardly and sharing time. He projects at 2% right now. So if you want to get an elite player in a fantastic 5-box type situation, who we discussed on that video On Tuesday, Aaron Jones is your man. You will differentiate from the field. If the chalk fails, you've got a bite at the apple with a player who, one, plays later in the day, right? So like you get that late swap ability as well, and has a tremendous opportunity to score points and get touches later in the game. If you weren't aware, we're doing a fundraiser for No Kid Hungry. As you can see, we're approaching $25,000 donated. Our goal is to get to $100,000. That goal is together. That's you and me. So we're trying to get $50,000 donated from the community, and every $10,000 that you guys raise, I will match $10,000 up to $50,000. So my first match is already in there down there because you guys hit 10K like a week and a half ago. When we get to 30,000, I will put another 10,000 in, all the way until we get to 100,000 together. No Kid Hungry delivers school breakfast and lunches to food insecure kids across America. I know that you've got the money to play daily fantasy. Every dollar helps. $1, $5, $10. If you can afford to give $20 or $100 or $1,000, as people have done before, greatly appreciated. But every single dollar helps. So please take a couple seconds, go to smizzle.tv/links or directly to Tiltify with smizzle.tv/charity. All of your donations to the No Kid Hungry fundraiser are 100% tax deductible, and Tiltify and No Kid Hungry will send you all of your tax documentation. So if you've won, if you enjoy the content, or if you just got a couple extra bucks hanging around, be a part of something bigger than yourself. Thank you for listening. Devontae Adams is on the list once again. He is just under 5%, so he squeaks into this video. At 8,300, we can afford him. At 8,400, everybody's going to go pay for Steph Diggs. This gives you another late game player. So if the chalk missed early and you've got places to go, you can get to Devontae Adams, if you lock him into your lineup. And if the chalk, if you have a lineup where you have chalky players and they hit, you can get onto a chalkier play. Make sure that there's a 2v2 behind it. But Devontae Adams in a fantastic spot. You can pair him as a part of a secondary stack with somebody on Denver if you want, like maybe a Cortland Sutton. Wouldn't be a really bad idea to differentiate your lineups as a part of a secondary stack for tournaments. But I can't believe that somebody with a ceiling like Devontae Adams, one, on volume alone, he has a tremendous ceiling. He scored a touchdown in every game. You know that he's going to get a ton of red zone and end zone looks, the ones that directly, the end zone looks, translate directly into touchdowns. 30-point ceiling plus for a guy that's going to be under 5%. I like that. I'm buying that in tournaments to differentiate off of the field that's spending up at wide receiver for Steph Diggs. Christian Kirk's right here in the mid-range at 6,600. He projects at 4.4%. Philadelphia is a tough defense. Granted. Scott Hughes, thank you for the $20. See, it's just that easy. And then you get like a little thing comes up on the screen. It's really fun. You like to see your name in lights. Thank you very much for donating to the No Kid Hungry fundraiser. So 6,600 for Kirk, 9 targets, 6 targets, 12 targets. He runs the majority of his routes out of the slot. They will rotate other wide receivers on Jacksonville into the slot and move him outside some. The outside cornerbacks for Philadelphia are very strong with Slay and Bradbury, and I get it, but like if you're going to attack them, you're going to attack them through the gooey middle. That's what you go right for, that gooey center, like it's a ding dong, right? You want to get like a Twinkie. You want to get in there to that cream filling of that Philadelphia defense. And this is where Christian Kirk is going to attack. So at 4.4%, they do project to be playing a pass game sort of situations. They project to play from behind. Now we've got a spot where you take these touchdowns away, he still is enough to get you there on volume. And then all of a sudden, if he does find his way to the end zone, if Jacksonville can keep pace with Philadelphia and not get throttled like 27-6, if this game is something like 21-30, all of a sudden Christian Kirk has probably had himself a very good day. You already know who the players are. If you're double stacking with Hurts, if you're using it as a secondary stack, Christian Kirk is a very low played but high upside player on volume and touchdown upside as well. The last player in the video, we are banking for big plays. Donkey Dealer, thank you for the $20. And if you guys are still here, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring the notification bell. The notification bell is the important part. I know I mentioned it third. Maybe I could say it the other way. Ring the notifications bell after you subscribe, but be sure that you drop a like on the video if you're still watching. Rashad Bateman at 5,600, 1.4% in the highest total game of the day. Are you freaking kidding me? Like, why? Like, I get it. He's not a cash game play. He is reliant on big plays. He's reliant on touchdowns. But, like, this is a game where the offense projects to score touchdowns. And the Buffalo Bills defense is still extremely injured. They're signing guys off the, like, granted, they were good pros, but, like, Xavier Rhodes is not in the prime of his career anymore. Like, this is beatable. Bateman getting downfield targets. Bateman is in that 6-yard slant and take it to the house class where he can run away from folks. I really love this Bateman play, either in your Lamar stacks or as a bring back play, as the most clicked player on the other side is going to be Mark Andrews. So if you can leverage off of Andrews with Bateman as a part of your stacks or bring backs or secondary stacks, getting access to that Buffalo-Baltimore game is going to be where everybody is looking to go. So hopefully you can find your way there in a smart way to be contrarian without being stupid. So thank you guys for watching. Look out for another video right there.
He's a legend.